Let's talk some day trading tips here, and specifically an attitude that is going to help shield and protect you from day trading mistakes and even probably swing trading mistakes, but certainly the mistakes that day traders make, and specifically in that realm where you make a trade, make a couple trades, and you make money. You're in the green. Now, this could be applied to situations where maybe you make a couple trades and you're in the red, and I'll address that. But mainly, I want to show you and just kind of walk you through some mind tricks that you can play with yourselves. And really not even mind tricks, because if you look at it through a certain perspective, it should be much easier to have this attitude that, like I said, is going to help protect you from the mistakes that I've made a million times and that other traders make. And it's not like this only pertains to beginner day traders. I mean, it can pertain to traders of all different experience levels. But just to set up some context here, we have Bill, and Bill is our trader, and he goes out there and he makes some money. And then over here we have more, right? So Bill's already made money, and then over here we have more money. And this arrow, if you will, of wanting more can lead to, just mistakes, stupid things, right? Who's ever suffered from FOMO? Fear of missing out, right? Okay. Oh, wow. Something's moved. Oh, okay. Here we go. Even though I'm up money, I want more money. And then you go and you get a really bad entry point, right? Fear of missing out. You FOMO. You chase the price. So I'll put that right here with chase. How about this one? Anybody ever force a trade? So you think you see something, you imagine seeing a setup, and then of course, when it's too late in hindsight, you look back and you're like, what was I even doing? There was no setup there. Or, okay, yeah, that was kind of a setup, but wow, I was sure bending the rules of what a setup that I would want to see looks like. But you go out there and you force a trade. Again, why? All in the name of, well, I want more money, right? This number that I have would look even better if it was that number. So then you go and force a trade. Or maybe you just go out there and flat out break rules. So because it's possible to have a strategy, and then within the context of the strategy, you can still suffer from FOMO and chase the price. And again, you can still force trades within the context of a strategy because, okay, yeah, that looks close enough to my strategy. And then sometimes you can just flat out just do stuff. They're like, wait, you look back at it when you're kind of analyzing your trades and you're like, why did I do that? And you just literally sit there. Why did I do that? Have you ever had one of those moments? I know I have, where I just look back and I'm like, Clay, what? Why? Huh? So all of these, again, are being done in the name, and these are all definitely mistakes of, well, you want more. And this is where it's tricky because, well, yeah, as traders, that's what we're trying to do. Whether it's a full-time job or a side hustle or what have you, we're making money. And hey, more money is better than the money that you didn't have. So, why not try to make more money? And these mistakes can often lead to you having gains, and then all of a sudden those gains being gone. Those gains being much smaller. Maybe in some cases those gains being gone plus some. So you go from being in the green and profitable to being red, and you have losses for the day. Have you ever been there before? Have you ever done anything like that? I know I have. So, all right, Clay, we've identified the problem. There are these mistakes. These mistakes are done in the name of wanting more money. So what is this attitude that can be used to do this right here? And it's just one simple word. Gratitude. Be grateful. Now, if you've ever seen any of my, social media posts, a lot of times I'll post results or whatever, and I'm just saying, I'm grateful. And I do that because I am grateful, but I'm also playing a mental mind game with myself to remind myself that I am grateful. What are you grateful of? Well, especially for us as day traders. If you start off your day, and I'm just making this up, and let's say you just make, or we'll come over here. Let's say you make $50 in the first hour. That's something to be very grateful for. And I could see $50. I saw such and such make way more than that. Clay, I saw you make way more than that. $50 in an hour. Think about what you just said. Where in the world can you make $50 in 1 hour potentially on your phone? Maybe when you're at another job already, sitting on your computer, sitting on your tablet. But $50 in 1 hour, that's actually really impressive. And like I said, I'm being conservative. What happens if that number is 500? $500 in 1 hour and you want more? What? Doesn't that seem a little greedy? Doesn't that seem a little, ungrateful for the fact that you had just made $50, $100, whatever that number is in an hour? Now, of course, what happens if I change that to 15 minutes at $50? I mean, where in the world can you make $50 in 15 minutes? Or do this. I love to play this mind trick with myself to help myself be grateful. Imagine you are talking to somebody that makes a minimum wage. And you're like, yeah, I made $50 in 15 minutes, but I want more. That minimum wage worker is going to look at you like you are the greediest and most ungrateful, savage human being on the planet. And in many ways, they're right, because what in the world? You're not happy with $50 in 15 minutes? Be grateful. Have some gratitude that you were able to actually pull that off, because there's a lot of people out there that are going to look at that and be like, wait, what? I'm making minimum wage. You just made $50 in 15 minutes? If I change that to 100, you just made $100 in 15 minutes and you want more? Why are you being so greedy? So it's the power of being grateful is going to help you reassess. Whoa. I get it. There's some big movement moving on, but do I really need to go and potentially chase the price? Do I really need to do that? Or should I just move on with my day, enjoy some freedom of time that I've made for myself? Do I really need to do that? Do I really need to go and keep searching for more trades? I mean, definitely this one. Do I really need to just start doing random stuff because I want more money, even though I made these sorts of crazy numbers? No, if you're grateful, this is a very, very difficult bridge to cross into this territory. Now, do I still do it every now and then? I do, but at this point in my career, and granted, I've been doing this since 2006 trading. Clay Trader, the channel's been around since 2013. But at this point, it's very, very difficult to do any of these if you are genuinely grateful. And again, a great trick to become genuinely grateful is to start to look at things through the lens of a time. How much money did you make within a certain amount of time? And you're gonna be like, wow, that's pretty good. That's something that I should be grateful for. But also, let's say that this is actually a controlled loss. Meaning, it's a loss, but it's a small amount of money. Be grateful about that, because you know why? You know what? Wow, had I been undisciplined, had I started breaking my rules and doing stuff that I shouldn't have done, that loss could have been so much worse. So you know what? I'm grateful that the loss is what it is. I kept it managed, and I know that tomorrow, because I have a valid strategy and system, that things will take care of itself. That's another area where you need to be grateful. If you take good, controlled losses, risk managed based losses, then be grateful for that, because you know that it could have been so much worse. And that's something to be grateful for, especially when you know that, hey, there's always tomorrow. And tomorrow will be new opportunities that, as long as you stick to your strategy, it can overcome those losses. So that is the one attitude that I think all traders need to adapt. Just be grateful for those gains. Being grateful for controlled losses. Because when you're grateful, then you have no desire to want more, because you're already grateful for what you have in the first place. So just consider that. Maybe it helps me. I suppose I can't sit here, because there are no guarantees. I can't sit here and say that I guarantee it will work for you. But I do think that if you truly do start to look at your results through the lens of time, and then that's going to make you're going to have gratitude much more easy. And when you are being grateful, starting to do all these other potential day trading mistakes becomes a whole lot more difficult to do, because quite frankly, you're not going to have any desire, because, well, by definition, you're already grateful for what you have in the first place. So hopefully this helps. Hopefully this day trading psychology tips can help you out in your journey moving forward. If you enjoyed this video, and if you would like me to make more like this, then hit that like button, leave a comment down below, any sort of comment, even if it's just the number 1, saying hello, smiley face emoji, but hitting the like button and leaving a comment goes a long way in communicating to me that you enjoy these types of videos. And then also check out the channel as a whole. I'm not a big fan of saying, hey, you've watched one video of mine, subscribe to the channel. No, I think that's kind of cheesy. So, but I will ask is if you enjoyed this video, then please go watch other videos. And then after you watch several other videos, at that point, if you like what you see, then I would definitely love to have you as a subscriber to the channel. But yeah, get out there, be grateful, and I'm very confident it'll make a big change in your trading and avoiding mistakes. First off, thanks so much for watching the entire video. Real quick, before you go, I want to invite you to a live webinar, web class, training, workshop, online event, whatever you want to call it, but it will be me live revealing to you what I've discovered that has allowed me to transform myself from being an employee to being my own boss, including how I had only one losing day out of 73 days in total. I'm going to cover 3 keys that have helped me unlock profitable consistency within the markets. The first key is super weird, but in a productive type of way. The second key is super awesome because it quite literally is wired into our DNA as humans, making it very easy to use. But in a cruel way, this becomes a pitfall for many traders. I'll explain it all though, including how to avoid the pitfall that it creates for some. And yeah, the third key, when you hear it, sounds way too good to be true, but it's not, and I'll show you how it all works. Then at the end, I open it up for a question and answer session that is, again, totally live. Even if you can't make the live session, please still sign up as it will be recorded, and you can go back and watch the replay that I will send you. Click the image on the screen or click the link down in the description box so you can get the date and time and claim your spot, which I should note is limited due to the fact that this truly is a live event. If you have any questions, let me know. If not, I'll be seeing you soon.